Well, it is good to be here. Almost didn't make it. Things going on in the shop here this afternoon. So, hey everybody, I'm Todd Rains. You're in my shop here in Allen, Texas. Well, actually, I'm the only one here, but good to have you here. Welcome to my live stream on Facebook and YouTube up there. So today we're looking about a little bit of lathe maintenance on the lathe bed. So my method, what I do for my lathe bed, some of the things I've tried in the past and changed, and some of the things maybe you have comments too. So yeah, it's absolutely happy Friday. So let me we got a few people. Michael McEwen, happy Friday to you, sir. Thank you. And Lee, good to have you here. Michael up in Victoria, BC, and Lee over in Alabama, Birmingham, I believe. Shelley, well, serving popcorn. I don't know about that, but she was instrumental in getting me here today. So, okay. So Lee's saying, saw you on Cindy's SWAT clip. Yeah, okay. I don't know if you're talking to me, Lee, but I did a couple of SWAT videos, and Cindy did a couple, and we kind of did them together. So, yeah, good afternoon. John, good to have you here. Thank you for joining. Now I'm struggling. John, where are you from? I think I want to say California, but I don't think that's right. Let me know. I like to kind of place people around the area. Oh, Michael's saying hi. Sorry. Lowell from down in Corpus Christi, I believe, or maybe not exactly there, but South Texas. So good to have you all here. So let me do this. I'm looking at myself, and I seem a little bit washed out. So I honestly got this all set up in like minutes because I had some stuff going on. So let me just change color temperatures a little bit here. Fix that. Let's lift everything up. I think, is that not working? There, we're kind of lifting that. I'm going to increase my contrast a little bit. I'll get a little bit more shadowy here. And then let's pick up the gamma. Oh, too much. All right. So maybe a bit better color. I'm not sure. The reason I'm doing that is my lighting has changed a little bit in here. I just 5 minutes ago it changed. So I was looking at changing my fluorescence, which has these ballasts, and the ballast went out on one. And so changing over to LED, you got many options. These days you can get the ones that are universal and plug them in the ballast and they go. Of course, your ballast goes and your lights go out. So LEDs, even with a ballast, is still subject to the ballast conking out. So I chose the other route where I was going to get rid of the ballast. And John says Kansas. Oh, thanks, John. I appreciate it. I wasn't quite sure. I think that's John Fitzpatrick or something. Something that's over in California. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. And he says southeast of Wichita. Oh, good. Well, maybe. Oops, sorry. Was that the ones where you bypass ballast give more bulb choices? Yes. So as I was saying, as Cindy pointed out, you get a few years ago, you didn't really have that much choice. And then the last few years, you can either use the ones with the ballast or use the ones without the ballast. And the ones without the ballast, you can power from both ends. You just line in neutral at one end or the other. So they're pretty easy to wire up. Well, I got, they just arrived this morning from Amazon, and I said, oh, okay, let's go try them out. So had lunch. So 1 o'clock. Remember, it's 2:30 start here. I come out here and I'm starting to putz around and get the ladder out and all that stuff. Anyway, long story, a little bit shorter. I plugged the one in up there, or I'd go up there and clip the ballast out, take the wire strip, wire nut them, and plug them in. They work great. So good. Okay. Come over to this one above me and did the same thing, plugged it all in, power off, power on, all that kind of stuff, and flipped the switch and poof. And so when I looked up there, one of the little wires got caught in the little, sheet metal channel and shorted out onto the sheet metal. And luckily things are grounded. It just popped the breaker, a little pop. Nice big burn mark on the LED bulb, but I pulled it down. I had to get some more wire. I had to take the keystones out and rewire those things. And anyway, by 2:24, I just finished, so 6 minutes before the stream. And so Shelly's out here. She's handing me screwdrivers, nuts and bolts and stuff, and holding the light for me because my battery light died. And then she comes back out with my shorts and my t-shirt. So I changed in the shop. So I'm lucky to be here. Whether that's the case or not, with that funny story or not, but I'm glad you're here too. So, but actually, brighter or different color temperature bulbs. So that's why I'm trying to balance the camera a little bit. So these are the things I bought. I'll go overhead. Let's see, Jess LED T8 8-foot LED tubes. They give you, I found this manual at the bottom of the box after I installed everything, but luckily online they have information, just simple instructions to bypass the ballast and rewire this way. So working great so far. So I am hoping that that's the case going forward. So anyway, I've got the fan on me, and I'm starting to cool down a little bit, but it was quite the struggle. So let's see. Yeah. So great job, Shelly. Yeah. So she's instrumental in helping get that stuff done today. So anyway, let me go through a couple of things here. Change this other screen for a second. I had to flip that back. So this is how to get a hold of me. Everybody knows, or everybody on the stream maybe knows, maybe they don't know, but woodturningtoolstore.com, email me, phone number. My phone is right beside me here. So hopefully nobody calls during this stream, but we'll see. So a couple of things coming up. So Lyle on Wednesday next week is doing a demo. Let me get myself off the screen. Square edge bowl. So take a look at that. That'll be a fun one. I don't have a I didn't have time to set up little banners and stuff, but I think I got a couple. But next, well, Cindy, I think, and Cindy, correct me in the chat. You're taking a little bit of time off next week, so you're not streaming next Thursday. Is that correct? But keep an eye on her YouTube channel. Go and click it and like and subscribe. Get the notifications, and you can see her live streams when she pops up. So I would say to do the same to mine. Lost for words here. Go ahead and if you're on YouTube, get the notification button, hit subscribe, please, and same thing on Facebook. You can find me there. So I appreciate the support. What's next? For me, I have my pumpkin box IRD tomorrow. So tomorrow at noon, Saturday, so less than, I guess, 20 hours from now, thereabouts, I will be demoing this little pumpkin box. And I've got them around here somewhere. Oh, there they are. So I will show you. you can see on the screen the one that I did a few years back. Here's one. Let's see. Here's one ready to carve, or already carved, ready to paint. So there's one there. So we've got some decoration on it and stuff like that. So that will be worked on tomorrow. And then to do the carving, we've got another one. So this one is out of ash. Ash, you can see that some of the bark is still left there. And this one is out of mesquite, a little bit of bark left on that. So it'll be a nice contrast yellow and the mesquite brown and stuff like that. And a little pop fit on that one. A little ASMR. Sorry, I'm freaking out. So we'll do some carving on this to kind of make it look like this one. So that's the intent. And hopefully in the end, we end up with one of these or something similar. So take a look. We'll do all the turning tomorrow. We'll do some carving and some painting. I won't carve the whole piece. That'll take hours and hours. But I'll show you my method for doing all the steps to the carving. And hopefully it excites you to create your own. I'd love to see everybody make these for the fall. They're great little boxes to have around the house and stuff. So, really? Excellent. Cindy says, I'll be live streaming from out on my bike ride. So Cindy's doing this marathon bike ride. So she's going to be up in the mountains of Colorado. I'm assuming Colorado. So doing her bike ride. So that's where she's going to be next week. Mary Alice is here. Good to have you here, Mary Alice. So thank you. So Cindy, I'm looking forward to that. If it's a good cell signal, yes, yeah. So absolutely. So that'll be fun to see where you're at and what you're doing. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so good thing I got the lights replaced in time for tomorrow's IRD. Yeah, so check that out. Check the website for the thing for the tickets. I do want to say I have had some slight issues. I don't know what with the website, the payment processing. I've had a number of people have some failed orders and stuff. I think the card processing company had a glitch or something. So please be patient. If you do have issues, email me or call me, and we'll try and get them figured out. So yeah, there we go. So let's see. Chuck, thanks for joining. Looking forward to the pumpkin box demo. I am too. So let me move on to just trying to catch up on all the sign up for the pumpkin box. It's gonna be a great one. So I appreciate it. Let's see. Western Colorado, Grand Junction, Cortez, Telluride. That's a lot of moving around on a bike. Well done. Well done, you. So let's take a look at first thing. We're looking at mineral spirits, but when we go to overhead. So I will say that the this picture here, those rust spots on there are, well, I guess for a verb that we use nowadays, photoshopped. So I didn't have that bad of rust spots on my lathe this time, but I have had that kind of rust before. And since I put my AC unit in, I don't have that problem. So AC units tend to pull out all the moisture in the air and helps alleviate some of the rusting. So, but I wanted to illustrate the point that if you do have that kind of rust, if you're turning live or wet wood, wax, or I know John Jordan just sprays his bedways down with WD-40 every time he turns and wipes it off afterwards. So that's a way to go. I tend to wax mine because I move my tool rest maybe more than that. So good stuff. And I don't know, maybe somebody noticed, but there is something wrong with that picture as well. So I reversed the image. So that's not normally the way my lathe is set up. It is reversed. So just so you know, I don't know if anybody caught that. So here's the bed of the lathe, and my camera is a little bit crooked. I'm going to move it down just a little bit. And bear with me as I hit the wrong button there. So this is kind of what it looks like now. And if I, well, there's some wire stripping wire. So if I move my banjo, it slides fairly easily. It's not the most slick surface, but it's fairly well lubricated now. And so one of the things I use to strip everything off, I'm not going to do the whole bed. I'll do this portion here just so you can kind of see it on camera of my methodology. And before I do that, I'm actually going to take the banjo off the lathe. The tailstock is already off. And I'm going to just turn that upside down. And we'll take a look at the underneath of the banjo as well. Because it's no use doing this surface if you don't do this surface as well. So underneath the banjo, underneath the tailstock, unbelievable. And those kind of things is really where you want to look at. So let's get maybe this wider shot. I'm just setting up another viewpoint. I guess that'll work, but maybe a bit more. There we go. Bear with me as I pick something off the ground. I tell you, I'm getting a little frustrated with that little piece of equipment. So, yeah, there's the other shot. So basically, same thing. We'll just stick to the overhead. First thing to do is, let's see, wrong thing. Mineral spirits. So I use mineral spirits to kind of take down whatever's there, degrease, or clean or whatever it is, anything that's on the lathe bed. Works for me. There's other cleaners I'm sure people could use. So just a little bit of mineral spirits. And that's going to take my wax coating off as well that I had on here. I'll just wipe it down first with mineral spirits. And you get some grime off. Oops, you're not seeing that. So I poured a little mineral spirits right here and just wiped them off. And you get a little bit of cleaning off that. I'll do the same thing on the banjo on the bottom of the tailstock. And I'll actually wipe down the center bar a little bit just to get it kind of cleaned off. I'll blow out there all the sawdust out of that. So that's really the beginning step. And then, not done with the mineral spirits yet. The next thing on my hit list is, let's see, that one. These Sandflex blocks. So these are little rubberized sanding blocks that that you can use or buy. I think you can get them at Rockler or Woodcraft or those kind of stores. You get them online. And if I look at the ones in my hand, we've got a coarse grit and a fine grit. So I wonder if, what's that shot look like? Trying another camera to see. So there they are there, what they look like. Just rubberized. They're flexible little sanding blocks. They're impregnated throughout with grit. So these work well, and that's what I tend to use. I've got all three grits, fine, medium, and coarse. I just tend to use the coarse one. That's why this one's worn out the most. I don't really tend to go through too many others. So a little bit of mineral spirits as lubricant, and the sanding block on there as well, and just kind of trying to get all that surface rust or spilt CA glue or whatever it is. There's a little spot of something here. I can kind of pick that off. That's like a little, I'm gonna have to do that spot now too. So I'll do both sides of the lathe bed here. So a little bit more lubricant maybe. It builds up a little bit of a slurry. And then we'll do the same thing on the what do you call this? The banjo, the underside of the banjo. And if you, I don't know if you caught that, but it cleaned off quite a bit of stuff up there. So it really does pay to kind of do this and keep this done. And then, of course, I would do the underside of the tailstock as well. So a little bit, another piece of paper towel. We'll wipe off what we've done. Clean off that slurry. It tends to get down on the inside edge here too, so just kind of wipe that away. Now we got our surface cleaned and prepped. I will go on to the next step. This next step is something new I'm trying. I don't know how well it works, but let me just look at the questions, comments, and see if there's anything here. Let's see. Bear with me. Yeah, the door and the tailstock's on the wrong side. Yep. So he's referring to the picture. This one here. The picture up there, everything's reversed, so it's kind of funny that way. So let me go through. Where did I come from? Overhead. There we go. I'm lost at what I'm doing now. So let's see. Oh, Haim's in the house. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. And let's see. Mary Alice says, I turned my lathe bed black once, turning bog oak. What a mess. I'm sure your hands were just as black too, with all the tannins and stuff. I know when I turn oak like that, and you get all that wet on especially on the tool rest, where your hand is kind of sliding back and forth on the tool rest. Underside of your hand kind of gets all black, and yeah, oak is like that. So, what did I say? Oh, 350 miles. Oh, that must be Shelley. This is Shelley. There it is. Yeah. I was wondering, how did I do that? Okay, let's see. You're looking great. You could have come over and cleaned mine for the demo. Yeah, that's true, Chuck. You're just down South Arlington, I think. So just a little bit of ways. And Rob Wallace, thank you for joining. I seal my ways and underside of the banjo and tailstock with Bostik top coat. Yeah, I've used that stuff before as well, especially when I had a table saw and the planer and jointer and all that stuff. I just don't. I ran out and tried some other stuff here lately. So one of the other things I've tried is, I'm just queuing it up here. So after the sand flex, and we clean that up, I've been trying this WD-40 Dry Lube, and I'm going to spray that on top and then put a wax on top of it. So I've been using this for other stuff as well. I'm not sure. I can't give you a longevity note, but if anybody has experience with this stuff, just let me know. Let me know what you think about it as well. I have been trying it on my tailstock ram or quill. So last time I cleaned it, I used this on the inside, and so far it's going okay. It's supposed to be dirt and dust resistant, and great for table saws, drills, and lathes. So a little bit of that, generously applied, and we'll let that go. So that you can pick this up online, or I think in certain hardware stores. Shake well. I didn't shake well. Sorry, missed that part. Flip it up, spray. Apply by spraying directly on the surface to be lubricated and protected. Dries in seconds. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, it feels dry. There's a little bit of wetness there. I think a heavy spray there. So it's drying up really quite quickly. But I will just kind of buff that out lightly and rotate that around and get all of that on there as well, lubricate it up. So we want this guy to slide nice and freely and stuff. It's still not quite slick yet, but a little bit of wax. I don't really wax this guy. I don't want wax on that guy too much, but I do want to wax these surfaces. So that's what we'll do next. I know there's a lot of people that use different kinds of waxes and stuff. For me, after this, I just use finishing wax. It's what I have in the shop. I did have this big can of Johnson's paste wax, but I wasn't able to find it readily, so I just had the stuff kicking around. So this is what I've been using the last few years. And so I've got rags set up, the tin of paste wax here. I've got this old rag that I use to kind of smear the stuff on, and a couple polishing rags from old washcloths. So let's see, can I open that? Where's my skew? Just kidding. I do have a small Allen wrench, maybe might fit under there. Yep. One more on that side. Yeah, so a nice paste wax. Grab the application cloth, just run a bit there. That's a bit much, but and a bit on the banjo surface. So this may be something that you guys have done and know about and stuff like that, but if you haven't done it in a while, you'd be surprised how much this really helps. So and if you got a lot more cast iron, then it's worthwhile taking care of. Before I had the little mini split AC up there, this is, I think, 5 years now I've had that thing. Should have done it 20 years ago. But before I had that, I would get surface rust if I left machines for a week. And that often happened when you get busy. You don't there we go. You don't get out in the shop for a week or so. In fact, I had, I think, a whole year where I wasn't out in the shop. Everything was piled in the center. And I tell you, after that year, it took me days to clean the surface rust. It was gross. There was so much of it. But ever since having the mini split, getting the humidity pulled out of the air, why are you? Oh, I'm moving around my hands. I was wondering why the camera was focusing. So anyway, the point being is if you can alleviate the humidity to begin with, do that. If not, keep up on the maintenance and wax your beds. So I got a couple of cloths that I've used. I've let this kind of tack up and dry. Let me get myself off there. So it's kind of tacked up and dry and stuff. So it's going to be kind of tough to scrub at first, but it will loosen up. Kind of drags your cloth a little bit. Just keep rubbing. This cast iron is cold, right? It holds the coolness, so makes the wax stiffen up quite a bit. But stick with it and kind of rub it in. We're really rubbing off the surface and leaving the wax in the little divots and dings and holes in the surface of the cast iron. So I have to move this out of the way a little bit. Get down there. So whatever wax you use, if you want to use a dry coat like Rob was suggesting, that's fine too. I haven't tried just the dry coat, the dry lube, this WD-40 stuff just by itself. I suppose at some point I could try that, but I'm just using this too much to kind of experiment right now. So, but I do have a bandsaw table behind me that I use more as a storage table lately than a cutting table. Okay, things are sliding nicely in my hand. It's not gripping so much. Let me go to this other camera. Maybe I won't focus hunt so much. And let me open that up a little bit. There we go. A little brighter. Clean off this guy. Let's see. I've got some more. Rob's got some more. Oh, what else do you say here? So I use PTFE lubricant on trunnions and table saws and band saws. My understanding is it does not penetrate as well into pores of cast iron. Does work well on tail stock quills. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. So, yeah, that's probably a good place for dry lubricant. I'm going to try that on my. I've got to clean my bandsaw. What do you call those things? Guides. I've got the wheel guides, and so I've got. Anyway, I got to clean that out and the whole mechanism that raises and lowers the guard, and a few other things. So those would be good there. Yeah, good thought. So that's pretty good. I don't really want to drag that banjo along there, so just got to get under here a little bit. Okay, that's feeling pretty good. And final cleanup there, and come on, banjo, get on. There we go. There we go. So not bad. It slides nice, moves nice. Yeah, that's the kind of operation I'm looking for. All right, so let's see. Cindy Butcher's Boston Polish Paste Wax is the slipperiest wax. Might not be the best for a floor. Yeah, didn't know that. I didn't know there was. How do you rate slipperiness? I suppose there's a scale for that. David said finally got here. Thank you for joining, David. Appreciate it. So that was a lot of fun. So let me see. That's what okay, so there's the min wax. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. So yeah, the wax, whatever you use, Johnson paste wax and something like that, something that you can wipe on and wipe off. Cindy's talking about Butcher's Boston Polish. Rob uses Bostic Top Coat, which is a spray lubricant, I believe. Do they make that in a solid form? I don't think they do. I think it's just a spray. So she says, try it and see how slippery it is. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Decades of wax research. Well done. Have to head off the lecture. Okay, well, good. Thanks for dropping in, Rob. Appreciate it. You have a good afternoon. And one last thing I want to share with everybody. Woodturning Tool Store is now a robust dealer. So, I got another thing in my hand I got to talk about too. So we're talking with Brent at SWAT and stuff, and Woodturning Tool Store will soon be carrying the Turner's Edge tools, the lives and drive centers, and select tool rests. So coming soon. I haven't got everything on the website yet, but it will be soon. I've got stock. It just arrived the other day. So yeah, excited to see that and make that happen and talk about those tools. So It's going to take me probably a week or so to get everything up on the website. It's always a chore getting new products loaded. But yeah, looking forward to it. Very excited about this. So, and that's a nice addition to the Woodturning tool store. So I use his drive center quite a bit. I've got plenty of his rests. I haven't tried his turning tools yet, the turner's edge tools, but I will be. Probably not tomorrow, but over the next little while. And the live center, I'm looking forward to trying out. So, but yeah, exciting news. I am happy about that one. So, let me go overhead. I have one last thing to kind of that got in my hand. The other day when I was hollowing out those practice pumpkins, I found this screw on my lathe bed covered in dust, and I was scratching my head for 4 days to figure out what it was. And here it was, this screw here, this shoulder screw, that guy right there, was laying on my lathe bed. So thank God I didn't lose him, but I did lose the spring, and so I am now on the hunt for where I might get replacement parts. Does anybody know? So this is where you guys help me now. So I need a spring for this thing. I know I've got one on my tailstock. That's fine. I don't want to take that one off. But this works fine for now. Yeah, I'm using my ruler as a screwdriver. Sue me. So, but so that doesn't come off. It just means I've got to kind of figure out to use it. So, and I might not even mind it like that, but I do want to get the spring back in there. So, let me know if you have a source for that kind of stuff. I haven't looked at all. So I'm guilty. Haven't done my own research yet, but I do want to see if you guys can help me out there. If you got spare parts. Cindy is saying MSC has replacement for these handles, the whole assembly. Maybe they have the spring. Anybody know what is this 5/16 or is this 3/8? I don't even know. There's a way to find out. Take it out. I know these guys up here are 3/8. Looks like 3/8. I think everything on this Powermatic is 3/8. So I'm trying on the bolts at the end of the bed. Yeah, it goes in there. So that's 3/8/16. So, and I dropped it on the floor. Okay. Well, good to know. I didn't know if there were a standard thing. Actually what I saw, this is, sorry, looking for the wrong button. I get these emails every once in a while from this company called IMAO. It's a Japanese company that does fastening devices, mostly for automated, robotic systems. But they just sent me an email looking at these things that are not only spring loaded, but have a torque limiter on it. So you can actually set the torque of how much you want this on there. So I was interested in looking at those, but those are industrial type supply warehouses or distributors. So we got some more sources here. Excuse me. Dave Leader, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Spring kits at Amazon and Harbor Freight. Okay. I need more specifics, David. I guess I'm not sure what size spring I need. And to be honest, I think, well, I'm not going to pull my tailstock off. Oh, I guess I can. Is there a... Sorry, I'm just undoing the one on this tailstock. It's down on the floor here, so bear with me. It is slightly different. So this shoulder screw here is slightly different than this one. So maybe this shoulder screw is actually for something else. Oh, it's a different size handle, different bolt. So maybe it's just a spring under there. So I just need a spring, I guess, to fit whatever that shoulder diameter is and a short length of it. So something to think about, but interesting. I'll take a look. Chuck, Ace Hardware has springs. They might have the one that will work. That's the thing. I don't want to spend time hunting and searching. I just want to buy the solution. So MSC might be to get the whole assembly. David says, I've found some amazing replacement parts or tools at ereplacements.com. Not sure if they carry what you need, but check it out. Yeah, I think I've seen that place for, don't they also do like appliance parts replacement? So interesting. Oh, Bob Amaranth here. Hey, good to have you here, Bob. Yeah, looking forward to our upcoming demo. So Bob Amaranth is from the New Jersey Woodturners, and I am doing a club demo for them on Monday night. So looking forward to that. We're going to be doing a bowl and a bowl. I've got several over there that I've turned. I've got ladder in the way, fan, tools, and everything. I got a pathway to get in and out. But yeah, thank you for joining, Bob. Appreciate it very much, and looking forward to meeting you Monday. So excellent stuff. Yeah. So if anybody has a club that needs a demo, certainly send me an email. I'd be happy to do club demos as well. That is, I think, all I kind of had today. I know it's a short one, but I'd like to, open it up and see if you guys have questions or comments or any other sort of information about lathe maintenance. I know last year and a half, 2 years ago, I guess, maybe 2 years. Can't believe it's been 2 years. One of my live streams I did early on was lathe maintenance, and I tore apart the tailstock quill. And out of that one, somebody told me about a 12 gauge shotgun reamer or cleaner. That's just the right size for the tailstock quill. So that was a great tip. I picked up one of those. So and works well. And that's when I started using the Dry Lube. So I think it might have been the Dry Lube that I learned in that live stream too. So I can't believe that's been 2 years ago. Let's go back around. Be sure to check out Lyles Demo on Wednesday, the 28th. So that'll be fun. I'm hoping to be there. Cindy's Tool Talk Thursday. This time it's maybe not Tool Talk, but maybe her bike tools. She'll be up the mountains, hopefully live streaming from the mountains in Colorado or the bikeways in Colorado. So, but otherwise, look for her 2 weeks from Thursday. Look for me 2 weeks from today, and yeah, we'll do that. So tomorrow, just a reminder: turn a pumpkin box, my IRD or remote demo. Looking forward to that. So that's tomorrow noon Central. I think the waiting room is enabled on this one, and I should open up the Zoom meeting around 11:30, 11:40, something like that. So tickets will be on sale all the way up to 12:30. So if you're coming late or you want to join late, you should be able to buy tickets up to 12:30. So let's move on. Okay, so mineral spirits, Sandflex, rubberized sanding sponges, specialist dry lube, and some wax of some sort, and that gets you up to where we are today. Lathe maintenance. So that's really all I have today. If you need advice on T8 LED replacement bulbs, shoot me an email, and just don't pinch your wires or you'll get a short. So let's see. Yes, Bob, the pumpkin box will be recorded. And you'll have access to the recording for 60 days afterwards once I get it posted. So yeah, absolutely. Buy a ticket if you want and join in. I know you asked me to do this one on the club demo. Just couldn't do it so close to this one. So, I'm going to see how this goes before I add it to my repertoire of club demos. So thank you for the question though. Yes, it will be recorded and available. So, Thank you, Cindy. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And Chuck is saying Westlake Ace Hardware in McKinney is worth a trip, even though you don't find the spring. Yeah, they've got an Elliott's Hardware up here in Allen, so so I'm looking. I'll go up there and check that out. So that's it for me. Let's see. I'll get back here. I'm Todd Rains from Woodturning Tool Store, and I'm happy to be here every second Friday, and hopefully I'm can keep up doing this as well. I look forward to your attendance tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you at other live streams, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm going to have fun tomorrow, so I'll stress tonight and and get it over and done with tomorrow and have a lot of fun. So I'm pretty much prepared. Tonight I'm actually just going to relax and not do a whole lot and get mentally prepared more than anything. So you all take care, and we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. That's it for me, Todd Rains at Woodturning Tool Store. We'll see you, and bye for now.